I feel so honored and privileged to be here in Bridgetown, Barbados, for lots of reasons. One, it's an amazing place to visit, but I'm getting a chance to experience the Nid Israel Synagogue complex here in Bridgetown, considered to be the oldest of the Americas, longest used in the Americas, and fascinatingly enough, I had the privilege of doing a video in a place that I love, Recife, Brazil, at the synagogue there on Rua do Bom Jesus, the road of the good Jesus, that was called Rua dos Judeus, the road of the Jews. In the 1600s, when the Jewish community, the Dutch Jewish community there in Recife, Brazil, was forced out. Not only did they leave, some back to Europe, some back to Amsterdam, some back to the Iberian Peninsula, many to the New World, United States, specifically New York at that time, New Amsterdam, but many came here to Barbados and helped establish the Jewish community here on the island. This is the synagogue, built in 1654, destroyed by a hurricane in the early 1800s, and if I have the dates correct, 1833 rebuilt, and then so much renovation is done here on the complex. This whole area at one point was a car park, and they found in 2008, they excavated this area to rebuild this complex in order to bring life to the Jewish community and to the facilities here. They discovered a mikveh here that was covered up. That structure is built on top of the original mikveh, but you can go down there. I'll show some video of it. Absolutely beautiful. What an incredible find, only as recent as 2008. The museum over here, absolutely fascinating, really extremely well done, and I highly recommend it. The Jewish graveyard, all behind me, I'll show some video. Always sobering, but so beautiful that they preserved it in such a powerful way. Truly, the Jewish history here is fascinating, and with much Jewish history, it's fascinating and it's terribly sad because of the persecution. And as I'm learning today, somewhere around 1928, the last of the Sephardic Jews that were here originally on the island that began in the 1600s, the Jewish community, finally left with the collapse of the sugarcane industry and other varying factors. But only 3 years later, 1931, Ashkenazi Jews began to come to Barbados, unfortunately fleeing persecution again there in Europe because of the rise of the Nazis. But yet, a Jewish presence continues here on the island, and the community here, I'm just super blessed by their efforts to preserve this area that's stunningly beautiful and very historically significant and spiritually significant. Standing in the museum here at the Nid Israel Synagogue complex in Bridgetown, Barbados, and they have done an incredible job of capturing the history in a beautiful and compelling way. And I highly recommend, if you get a chance, get the privilege of coming to Barbados. One, it's beautiful, the people are amazing, but definitely take the opportunity to come and check out both the museum, the synagogue, learn the history. I have been really impacted by it and fascinated by the connections it has to the synagogue that I've also visited in Recife, Brazil. So a great thanks to the Jewish community here for making this available for visitors like myself to experience it, and I definitely encourage you to come take advantage of it if you ever get to visit.